Okay, welcome to a very quick tutorial where we're going to talk about how to create your very own Facebook page. So it'll be for students, organizations, schools, really anybody. It's a useful way to start getting people to connect with you in a more professional manner. So if you run a business or just have an organization or event, then this is something that you absolutely must need to know about. So how do you do that? You go to facebook.com, and we've already logged in, and we have my very exciting Facebook profile right here with the cute little cat. And then down at the bottom you can see create page, pretty self-explanatory, so we'll just click that. And this is where you create a Facebook page to, quote, build a closer relationship with your audience and customers. So as you can see, that could be any one of these things, and I know you guys can read, so I'm going to skip over reading out all these things, but let's say we run a company, and we'll click over here, choose a company. Let's say that the company is in computers or technology. Let's say it's in education, and that company is called Modern Lessons. What a coincidence. And then you just say you agree to the Facebook page's terms. I always suggest you read through those. I've already done that, so we're going to hit get started. And now is when it is talking to all the servers and basically starting to create your very own page. So we're going to make this the official page for Modern Lessons. So we'll add a quick description, and you can do this later. So Modern Lessons is a place to learn! Exclamation. Very exciting, huh? And now we'll just punch in the address, the web address, which is great, and then the third question, it's pretty simple so far. Is Modern Lessons a real organization, school, or government? It is a real organization. So we'll just hit yes and yes to that. Save info. Okay, and now it wants us to add a profile picture. So this is different from your personal picture, your private picture. Facebook pages in general are completely separate from your personal profile. All your friends aren't automatically going to be fans of your Facebook page and vice versa. So you can basically view it as you have a professional identity on Facebook and you have a personal identity on Facebook. We're talking about the professional identity right now, and that's a Facebook page. A Facebook profile is the private part, which we talked about in the previous lesson. I hope that makes sense. We're going to move on. So we're going to set up a Facebook profile picture again for the page. So we'll upload from here. I already had it set. I only had a few images created ahead of time, nothing too exciting. And I'll show you all of those in a minute. So uploading the little globe that we use on Modern Lessons because we teach lessons to the entire world, like for developing countries and all that good stuff. As you can see, looks pretty nice, and we'll just hit next here. So we have our profile picture all set, and they want us to advertise our page, of course, because Facebook loves making money. Who doesn't, I guess? But we don't need to do that right now. I don't plan on advertising. Okay, so now we have a page already. So first thing we do is like it, and it walks you through everything, obviously. And when you like something, it'll add that to your news feed. So if you like Modern Lessons or like something else, a different brand, like Coca-Cola or something, anytime they update their Facebook page, it'll update your news feed. You can always go back and unlike things, but I'd recommend paying close attention and making sure you're only liking things that you want to get regular updates from. The next step is to invite your friends, because that's a great way to start building people, building connections. You can do that by inviting your email contacts, which is basically how you got started with Facebook in the first place, but we don't need to do that right now. So we're just going to post on our timeline as the first thing we do. This is our first post. So if you're looking at this now, it might look familiar as your Facebook private profile, but it's a little different, and I'll show you how. So we'll post that so we actually have some activity here. And as you can see, it pops up here, and if there were a ton of people or really anybody who had already liked this, they would get this in their news feed right now. One thing you can do with the activity is highlight it, which will spread it out and see how it's now the whole way across. That's great if you want to sort of do a highlight of something that you think is really important, or you really want to get people's attention when they come to your page. It doesn't make it any bigger on everybody's private timelines, but it's a great way to really call out things. I'd recommend that for visuals. If you post, infographics or that kind of thing, it's great for drawing attention to that. So you can do a status just like in your private profile, or you can do a photo or video. But the other thing that Facebook now offers is you can do a Facebook offer, which is basically a way to create a sale for something if you want to offer something that you're selling. It says you need to have 100 likes on your page, so that means 100 people have to click this button up here, like. So we can't do that yet, but if you already have 100 likes, then it's worth trying out an offer. I've seen really great results from that if you're looking to increase some sales. You can have an event if you're literally hosting like a conference or some sort of sale. People can create events, and then if they're already liking you, then they can click that they are attending, so that you can do yes, maybe, or no to attending. And if people say yes, they'll keep getting a lot of updates. If they say maybe, then they'll get reminders about the event. So again, if you're looking to build sales, this is a really important tool. I have a lot of friends who run clothing companies, and they use this a lot because they can literally have a sale as an event. So you can say like May 1st through June 1st, they're running a sale, and people can RSVP to it. And you can build in something where if they RSVP, they get a coupon code, and then they get a certain percentage off on your online store, that kind of thing. So you're sort of seeing how the Facebook page is different than your profile, because you don't really use your personal profile, I hope, to build business, but you can do that to your heart's content with the Facebook profile, with the Facebook page. And then we'll create a milestone. Sorry, the computer's a little slow. So you can create a milestone, which is basically calling out an important event in your business or organization or brand's lifetime, essentially. So when you were founded or that kind of thing. It's great if you're an older company, but if you're sort of just getting started or you're a startup, then don't really worry about the milestone. Question is the last thing that you can do, and that's essentially a poll. You can ask something. See how it says ask something? You can add poll options, and basically it's a great way to quickly poll your Facebook group and find out what they are thinking and doing. So you could say, what do you think about, Democrats or Republicans or that kind of thing, and I'm sure you get some great answers on that. But in general, you could just fill out a few options, hit post, and then people can start adding it. So great for classrooms too. And then you have an admin panel. This will only show up if you created the page or if you are an administrator. You can add other administrators as well, but in general, it's really easy to sort of see what is happening at a glance for everything. So you can just click the old edit page button, and I'm not going to walk through everything, but this is all pretty self-explanatory. You can update the public info, and this is all stuff that you should fill out. I would definitely recommend it, from the time you started to your description to the mission to when you were founded, awards, products, phone, email, and your website. So it's all pretty self-explanatory, and once you're done, you can hit the Save Changes, and then we'll hit View Page, and it'll bring you back. So really, this is all Facebook pages are. You can always hit Hide, but we're going to make it look a little bit nicer. We're going to add a cover image, and we'll just hit OK to that. That's just telling us that this area is not meant to be a giant advertisement or anything. All right, View Albums. Let's say we want to use... Sorry about that. I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so we're going to add a cover image, and we're going to choose Upload Photo. So hit Cover, and I had already prepared this ahead of time. I haven't uploaded it yet, so hopefully it'll look nice. That looks great, pretty simple. And now we'll just hit Save Changes. And there you go. So now this is what it looks like to the public, which is great. And then we'll just upload a nice little photo to our timeline of a cat riding an invisible bike, just so you can see how that will appear versus a highlighted post. See, so this guy is riding an invisible bike, of course. So unrelated, probably don't need to keep that up. But we can unstar this, and now the things will be side by side. But let's say we want to highlight this. It'll make it all the way across, but as you can see, some things get cropped, so you can't see the funny part, the invisible bike. And if you ever want to start advertising, Facebook makes that extremely easy. So click down here, and you can click Get More Likes, and that's actually code for give Facebook money, and they will advertise for you, and you'll get more likes on your page. So that's one way to do it. But in general, that's all it is to create your own Facebook page. I did it in the past few minutes. So I hope you learned something, and feel free to ask questions on modernlessons.com.